Hello and welcome everyone to another new video. So over the weekend I picked up this GameCube from my local flea market. Again, the vendor there had another broken unit that I bought from him. Just got it plugged up to the bench. Gonna see what's wrong with it. So got power and everything hooked up. Let's put a disc in, turn it on. So it is coming up on the screen. That's good. Ooh, watch out, camera. Alright, let's see. It looks to me like it's not reading discs. So let's do this first. Let's clean the lens and see if that helps out at all. Doesn't appear to be too dirty in here. A little bit of dust, but not a whole lot. Not super hopeful for this. I hear the lens moving, but I don't hear it spinning up. I don't think this thing is spinning up. I'm gonna get it taken apart real quick, and I think the lid switch is working. I'm thinking that the laser's not spinning up, or at least the disc isn't spinning up. I'm going to work on getting this disassembled because I want to check this out and see if the capacitors could be bad. It's the first time working on the laser of a GameCube. I've actually heard some stories about the capacitors and these going bad, so I actually already have a capacitor kit on the way, just in case. They don't cost too much, so I ordered one. So let me go ahead and get this disassembled. Yes, I know that wire is attached. I'm trying to see if I can get away with just flipping the board over and not attaching it. I'm going to take this over to the microscope real quick and put it up on the microscope to see what these SMDs look like. Okay, I am going to disconnect this because I don't feel like fighting with it. So there that goes. Alright, let's get this board flipped over. Let's see what these look like. I don't see anything leaking. I have to take each of these off and actually test them out and make sure that they're actually working the way that they should. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and try to take these capacitors off and test them before I replace them with the new kit that I ordered. So there's no way to test a capacitor while it's on the board. You have to take it off. This first capacitor that we have is, so that's 47 UF and 4 volt. So I have my meter here set to capacitance. So this should read within 20% of 47 UF. So hopefully you can see that meter on the camera. Actually, I don't think you can. There we go. And this one is at 54. So that one measures good, but that's okay because I'm going to replace it anyway. We're just going to continue on down the line and see what we can find. Welcome back, everybody. It's been about a week since I stopped the video last. I've got my cap kit from here from Console 5, so I'm actually going to get these caps replaced. We'll see if this fixes this board.
We're going to swap this unit out for one that I know works. And lo and behold, the laser is bad. So this video is now going to become a mod video. I'm going to grab this ODE that I've had laying around and we're going to swap it out.
Alright, so this video was kind of a fail, but you know what? We move on. So I've had this Cube ODE sitting around for a little while now, and now I actually have a GameCube that does not have a disk drive. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. Alright, I've got this GameCube all hooked back up again. It's got the SD card in it. SD card has been loaded with the Swiss firmware, as well as a couple of games that I do own. So, let's go ahead and fire this up. So there you can see the GameCube loads Swiss and a couple of games on it. So I know this is not the original disk drive, and that's kind of was the purpose of the video, was to replace the disk drive. We kind of did, right? The problem being is that the disk drive for this one was dead, and replacements for these are getting to be very difficult to find, even though I do have one. So eventually, all of these disk drives are going to die out. So some things that you can do to save your disk drive is to not play games off them. So one of the ways you could do that is you can go and get something called PicoBoot, modifying your GameCube to load the Swiss firmware off of a Raspberry Pi Pico, and then allowing you to play your games off of a SD card, just like this one. The only difference is that you keep your optical drive. The PicoBoot allows you to keep your original optical drive. So if you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. Share the video with everyone you know, and I'll see you all the next time.